May 25th is Towel Day, which celebrates the life of Douglas Adams. It's his most famous work, The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which Towel Day is named for. To me, Hitchhiker's Guide is one of those things like Star Wars. I'm aware there are some who haven't experienced it, but I'm always slightly surprised to meet them and try to encourage them to remedy that. So I feel I share these 3 pieces of wisdom laid out in Hitchhiker's Guide with those who already know them, but if you don't, you really should. A towel is the most useful thing for a hitchhiker to have. The answer is 42, and above all, don't panic. The Hitchhiker's Guide started out as a radio play, and then was adapted into a novel, a TV series, and among other things a text-adventure game. This was one of those text-adventure games where you had to stuff whatever you could into your pockets, and there was a specific string of logic that bore no resemblance to what most people would call logic. For example, one that's in no way indicative of the content of the game, you have a cat stuck in a tree. You have a ladder, a chainsaw, 2 pieces of string, a magnifying glass, a crusty loaf of bread, and a 10-foot pole. So, of course, you use the ladder, but that's way too short. Then after bumbling around for a long time, you find that you can precariously balance the ladder on a nearby pointed rock to make a sort of seesaw. You then tie the chainsaw to the pole using the strings, and use that whilst you're stood on one end of the ladder to cut off one of the big lower branches, which catapults you into the air onto the branch near the cat, which you can then chuck out the tree, and it's fine because cats always land on their feet. Of course, you're now stuck in the tree. What you're supposed to do is burn a help message onto an old receipt using a magnifying glass, and then use the bread to attract a pigeon to deliver the message. But you didn't pick up the old receipt earlier, because you thought it was just trash. When I first played it about 7 years ago, I remember one walkthrough telling me it was okay if I wanted to break down and cry for a while. I didn't complete the game. For this review, I'll play it again, and if I get any further than I remember getting last time, I will write it on the screen or record some more audio. This is not a game where reading the book helps you figure out what to do. It's also not something where I can figure out what to do on my own. So, if I want to find out what happens later in the game, I must either resort to huge amounts of cheating, or put more time into it than I'm evidently willing to do. But was the book better? Yes. I have read and reread the book, and I enjoy it every time. That's not the case for playing this game. It's available for free on the BBC website if you want to give it a go.